Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Alright, so let's talk Ready to Love Season 8, Episode 3. This is Tommy's Choice. Alright y'all, so if you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoyed that type of content, y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section. Let's talk about everything that happened when Tommy got to pick these dates. So, recap is late. This is literally the one weekend a year that I actually have to work. So I'm actually headed to go present at a conference. But I said I'm going to do this video real quick. Yes, I'm going to do this recap real quick so that we don't get too far behind. All right, so let's get going. So it starts off with Tommy. So Tommy is telling them, he has all the men together for like the first men's lounge, right? So he's telling other guys that he's going to pick all the dates for this week, and he wants them to really think about why he matched them with certain women or why they're in certain group settings. Tells them to look for more that meets the eye. So basically, don't be out here. Close this. Don't be on here thinking like don't look at just the aesthetic, right? Don't look at just her looks. Look a little deeper because y'all might have some things in common. So we get Tequila. Tequila sent her confessional, and she said that even though Habibi was sent home last week, and she yelled out, "If he go home, send me home too." She still stayed in the process. But she said that because she is mature. I said, "Girl, where? What part of you was mature? What part? What part, Tequila?" But she said because she is mature, she is ready to move forward. I said, "Sis." So we see her on a date with Marvin. And I feel like every guy that comes into a date with Tequila says the same thing. I heard that you've been saying some stuff about me. I heard you've been complaining. We haven't been talking. Now, I get the whole women want to be chased, right? I'm a woman. Yes. Would I want to be chased? Yeah, to a certain extent. But I think that some of these women that are on this show have to realize that you have to go out and talk to these men as well. It's Tequila calling these men. It's Tequila trying to talk to these men in group settings. Or has Tequila been like low-key weird, low-key crazy? Like, sis. So, they're doing electric shuffleboard. Now, I don't know how to play shuffleboard, but they have some like, because I don't want to call it chemistry. I think they have some like friendship vibes that are going. They're having a good time. We'll call it that. So he likes her little southern accent. At the end of the date, he says in his confessional that they had good energy, but he doesn't feel chemistry with her. And Tequila's problem is that I don't know if she's been rejected before, if she's had her heart just stomped and broken or whatever. But anytime any of these men don't like her, it's like a gut punch to her. And I feel like I said in my recap for last week's episode, I don't think Tequila is emotionally ready for this type of process. It's a grueling process, right? Because you're going out there and you're not only dating several different men, but you're competing with a bunch of other women for the same men. It's a grueling process, and we have just seen that Tequila is not emotionally or mentally stable enough to deal with this process. So we then see Chris. So Chris is on a date. Excuse me. Chris is on a date. I feel like I was some coffee in. Chris is on a date with Katarina. She goes by Kat. So she's a new surprise addition. Katarina is 34 years old. She is a registered nurse. She's a big outdoors person, born in Jersey, raised in Mississippi. They have a good rapport. They're vibing with each other. They're working. I like Chris. I think Chris is very attractive. Chris has a beautiful smile. I like Chris. Do I think that him and Katarina work? I don't know. We didn't really get to see them like vibe like that. But so far, so good with them. We then get Janelle and Christopher. Christopher is a new surprise guest. Addition. Now, Christopher's very handsome. I'm going to say that. But in all his confessionals, he was like, "I am very happy to be here on this journey. I am happy to be here on this journey." I said, my God. It feels like Christopher in his confessionals is reading from a prompter. It doesn't give genuine. It doesn't give genuine. And I'm hoping that he's just not comfortable with a camera right in front of him because it is a lot for people. But he was definitely on some. I want to thank everybody because I am happy to be here on this journey. I said, damn, relax, Christopher. Relax. So they find out that they went to the same high school. He is 33 years old and he owns a security company. He said he used to be a teacher. To not to Quilla. Janelle was like, "Oh, I bet all the little girls loved you," and he was like, "Why would you say that?" And it's like, "Why would you? You're handsome." Here's the thing. Back in my day, when I was in high school, we didn't have like the attractive teachers, right? I felt like our teachers looked like teachers. But then I think about like I'm 38 and I think about my friends that are teachers, that are high school teachers and stuff, and I'm like, it's a complete different vibe and look from the teachers that we had. So, do I think that some little girls might have had a crush on him as a teacher? Yeah. I don't know why he made that so weird. But maybe that was me. I don't know why he made that weird though. So what is interesting is he says later in the men's lounge that they were in high school at the same time but didn't know each other. She is 41, you were 33. Y'all bet not have been in high school at the same time. Y'all bet not have been in high school at the same time. So we then see Phil. Phil's on a date with Tequila and Sierra, and Sierra's wig is distracting. I think she looks much better with her shorter hair, but girl, do your thing. But I don't know, the wigs that she's wearing, they're not giving what she thought that they are. If that makes sense. So Tequila comes in and off rip is like, oh, I'm surprised I'm here with Phil because Phil don't be talking to me. And it's like Tequila just has such bad energy. All the guys always just kind of deflate when she's around, when they have to be on a date with her. And it's like Tequila says, you mm, mm, mm. None of the guys like you. That's one thing's for certain, two things for sure. So Sierra talks about wanting a big family since she came from a big family. She is one of 6 kids, so she wants to have a bunch of kids as well. She's like, that clock is ticking. I got to get started like today if I want to have 6 kids. So we then find out that Phil likes to live a private life, so he does not post his significant other ever or sparingly. Here's the thing, because I had a conversation about this with my brother. So my brother's married. He posts his wife posts him. They aren't each other's like full, Instagram, whatever, but they do post each other. We know somebody who is married that never posts their wife. There's a difference between being private and then hiding your spouse, right? You can I live a very private life. If you go to my Instagram, unless you're watching my Instagram stories, which is still just a very small snippet of my life, you don't know what's going on with me. You don't know what I'm doing hour by hour. So you can fully be in a relationship with somebody and post who your partner is, post your significant other, and still maintain a private life with them. Tequila's she then says that Phil is holding a grudge against her. Girl, they don't like you. I'm so glad that Tequila's gone. I don't even know what to do. I'm surprised they didn't keep her on for ratings. But Tequila has to, something ain't clicking up here, says, I don't know what it is. We then get Red, Herbert, Aries, Lee, Unique, and Christopher on this like group date to play like tag football. When Rhea put out them cleats, I said, already doing too much. We're not about to be out here really scrimmaging. We're out here, getting a couple laughs, maybe even a couple feels in. That is it. So they all meet Christopher for the first time. Christopher comes in. I am happy to be here with everyone. Happy to be on this journey. Happy. I said, ooh, Christopher. I hope he relaxes by next episode. So everybody starts to break off into like little conversations, and I just took notes on a couple. But Unique and Christopher. So Unique has been married before, and she wants to be married again. And she was like, "I'm firm on my boundaries. I don't take no mess. Don't take no BS. Get in line. Fall back." And it's kind of like you're coming on very strong, and this is why I think a lot of the men were shying away from her because she was coming across very, very strong. It's one thing that's to set out your boundaries and be clear about that. It's another to be very intentional in how you date. And it's another to be, and I don't want to say aggressive because that gives a negative connotation, but it's another to be as guarded as she is, that you're kind of like spewing things out without realizing how it comes across. We then get Red and Aries, and they're talking, and he's like, "I think you're very attractive. I like how, upfront and indirect you are. Do you think I'm attractive?" And she was like, "That's a no." That's a no. We get another group date with, I think you pronounce it Marie. With Marie, Kira, Marvin, Phil, Jessica, and Katerina. So everybody's there initially. Katerina comes in later. And I thought that Kira and Jessica were kind of rude to her. I thought they were kind of rude. She came in, they was like, but I don't think I like Kira. I don't think I like Kira. I haven't quite figured it out all the way, but something about Kira gives me. I think a big part of it is the fact that she was like, "I'm the closest to white up here. I'm the closest white girl. I'm a valley girl." That I didn't like. We, as black women, we can talk proper and we can dress preppy and do all that stuff and not have to identify or call ourselves or feel like we're synonymous with white people because of it. So whenever people say stuff like that, I'm always like, okay. So they're out on this group date. They kind of break off again as well. And Katerina is talking to Marvin, and she was shocked that he wrote erotica, but she liked it because, do your thing, basically. If that's what you want to do, follow your passion, follow your interests. So then we have Marie and Jessica, and I think they were a good pairing. They had a really good vibe between the two of them during this conversation. He talks about how his last relationship ended because dating this lady, found out that she was communicating, or dating this lady, she got pregnant, and then he found out that she was communicating with her ex still, like heavy. And he told her, "We can just co-parent. I want to raise my child, but that's really it." Marie seems like a really, really, really nice guy. I really do like him. I don't know if he's healed enough from his father passing to fully immerse himself in his journey, though. That's the only thing with him. So then we have Kira is talking to Marvin. Marvin is saying how he wants to move back to the Virgin Islands because he likes the way that they live over there, the freeness, whatever, whatever, whatever. She sees that as a red flag because she don't want to move. It's not a red flag, sis. Somebody saying that, "Oh yeah, I would like to move back to where my heritage is and where my family lives," I don't see how that's a red flag. It just means that it's not for you. But him wanting to move back, so you don't think him being into BDSM and writing erotica and doing all this pornographic whatever, whatever on stage, you don't think that's a red flag? You think him wanting to move back to the islands is? Kira don't seem wrapped too tight either, but hey. But hey. So we get the first men's lounge of the season. So within this first men's lounge, they go through and then Christopher comes in. "I'm just happy to be here on this journey with y'all." I'm like, "Damn, Christopher, don't say it no more. You're happy to be here, okay?" Don't say it again. So they're going around and they're talking, and the guys are really seem to like Katerina and they like Janelle. the guys do not like Tequila. And the way that all the guys were like, we don't know what Tequila we gonna get. Sometimes she's cool, but then sometimes she got like an attitude. Sometimes she'll run up on us and be like, you didn't talk to me, you're not talking to me, you're not connecting with me. And then the next day, she's like perfectly fine. And they were like, that shit is crazy and it's a little scary. I would like to see what part of the psych evaluation Tequila passed. I just want to see what part of that, or what part of the emotional, um, part of the, what am I trying to say? What part of the emotional test did she pass? Because she just don't seem like she's all there. And I wonder, I feel like it can't be because that first night she was in the bottom, or she was in jeopardy to go home. Like, I would hate to think that just that particular night where y'all are having little hot spot conversations, 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 5 minutes there, you can't get that down on yourself from that. But maybe she did. So Marie and Unique goes out because Unique was in the bottom too, because a lot of guys were saying that she is very forceful in a lot of the stuff that she's saying. She's coming across as if she's prejudging how all the guys are going to treat her based on how she's been treated in the past. So Marie takes Unique out, and I think Unique a little crazy too. What's going on in Dallas? But I think Unique is a little crazy too. But he tells her that she needs to stop prejudging and basically relax. Like, you're coming into this situation basically with baggage from your past relationships, and you're projecting it onto the guys, and they haven't even presented themselves or shown themselves to be that way with you yet. You know what I mean? Like, you have to give people a chance, and that's something that she's not doing. So they want her to relax, but she is still ready to love. We get to Quentin and Tequila. Oh, and I liked the way that Marie did his conversation. He came in, they started talking. He asked her about the journey, how it's going for her. I think the way that he handled that conversation, top notch. So then we get Quentin and Tequila, and this was a disaster. One, I do not think that Quentin was the best person to handle this conversation. Quentin wasn't articulate enough in this instant. Not that he's not overall, but I think in this instant, it was forced. He was awkward. He came in and was like, so, how's today? But she also came in very guarded. She came in, it was fine. I went to work, relaxed, and now I'm here with you. I was like, damn, sis, you knew you was about to go home. You knew it. So basically, he just kind of tells her that the chemistry's not there with the guys, and they don't think that she is ready to love. She takes, like, in the moment, she's like, okay, fine. But she says in her confessional that it's unfortunate that her efforts weren't appreciated or acknowledged. And it's... I don't know. I don't know what it is with Tequila. I don't know what exactly what happened. I don't know if she's like this in her day to day, or if this is just because this process was overwhelming and too much for her. But Tequila has gone home. She is not ready to love. And then on next week's episode, we see Red still arguing with Unique about now his name, and everybody knows his name and everybody knows this. And when she calls him a narcissist, I felt that, because why are you so stuck on messing with this woman? She called your job, not you, a thought job. You took it personal. You talked about it. She apologized. You called her a thought. Y'all should be moved on past this. So I guess I'm not understanding how we are back to this situation with you now being upset again. I gotta get going. With you now being upset again that you feel that she's not, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? But that was Ready to Love, season 8, episode 3. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.